Hey, this is Diggy here from ForexHabits.com. Today it is Saturday, it is the 1st of December, which is always interesting because it means that the month is closed and the monthly candle is available. This is just a weekly analysis that I always do, and we're going to look at four things. We're going to look at the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, the Euro US dollar, and the Euro Japanese yen. So let's get started with the Euro Japanese yen. This is a daily chart. And let's have a look what's happening. So the price action is above all three exponential moving averages. The MACD histogram is positive, the RSI is positive, and the slow stochastics are positive. The trend is definitely bullish. It's been up since middle of this year, around about. And I do actually think we are still going to head further. The only thing is this candlestick that it ended on Friday like this. There is a possibility for a drop. And should there be a drop, it probably will not drop further than this horizontal level here, which is about 104.55. If it should get to that level, that would be a position to go long, maybe even a bit higher, 104.85, somewhere around there. But for now, we don't really expect that. Let's just have a look at the weekly and the monthly chart. So this is a weekly chart of the Euro US dollar. You can see we had a rally all the way back up to the 100 exponential average on the weekly chart. Now you can see that over the last years, every time it got to that 100 exponential average, it kind of pulled back. So here it was just shy of it, and then we had a big drop. Here we went to the exponential moving average. We had 1 week where it poked through it, and the next week it immediately came back down, and it dropped hundreds of pips. Here again, earlier in the year, we rallied all the way back up to the 100 exponential moving average, just shy of it, and dropped hundreds of pips again. Now we're at the point where we reached it, but this time I do think we will head a bit through it, maybe the same as last time over here where it poked through. You can see this weekly candle over here. That is usually an indication that we are going to get another week upwards, and that upside could be I would say that the target would be around 111 if we do go to the upside. So as I said, if there is another drop, even to 104.80, 105, then it would be a time to go long. I actually doubt that it will drop that far. Maybe it won't even get above like this kind of level over here, 106. Maybe it'll drop 100 pips and then it should go up, or maybe it goes directly up. Because look at the monthly chart where we're looking here, and you can see that's just a strong kind of trend that's looking like it wants to head up towards the 50 exponential moving average on the monthly chart, which is about the level 115. That's a bit too high. The first level is around about here, 111. You can see that the MACD histogram is positive. Stochastics have crossed to the upside. The RSI is still below 50, but it's been bouncing through there. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The reason why I'm giving all this analysis is to determine that the trend for December is likely to be up, so we are going to look to go long on pullbacks, and that is the strategy for the month. Let's look at Euro US dollar. This is a daily chart of the Euro US dollar. Price action is the same. It's above the exponential moving averages. MACD histogram is positive, RSI is positive, stochastics are positive. We had this pullback 3 days ago where we pulled back to the 21 exponential moving average, shot up and went up. Now the problem is this candlestick here. That is usually a signal that there will be a drop the next day. It's called a swing day, which is meaning that usually the swing day just goes down the next day. So we're looking for some downside on Monday when the markets open again. Possibly if we want to short this, we would short maybe somewhere around 130 if it gets there again, 130. And the downside target could be anywhere from 129.40 to around 129, somewhere there. But let's take a look at the weekly chart to see the bigger picture as well, and the monthly chart to determine what is going to happen. Now on the weekly chart, it's interesting. We went from all the way from around 120, we rallied all the way back to the 100 exponential moving average, kind of hovered on the 50, dropped back down just below the 21, shot up above it again, and now we closed last week and November just above the 50 exponential moving average on weekly, and the next target is very likely this horizontal level here, which coincides with the 100 exponential moving average. Indicators are still positive. So if you look on the weekly chart, it should actually not drop back much further than about 129.40 and then head towards this high, which is around 131.60. So that's almost a 200 pip potential rally from the point of 129.40. So if we do drop to this level, 129.50, 129.40, we are going to look to go long. I'll obviously update that as it gets closer to the time. Now let's just quickly look at the monthly chart as well and what's going on over here. On the monthly chart, we're actually below all the moving averages. The MACD histogram is still negative, the RSI is negative, and the stochastics are still negative. So the picture here overall on the long-term trend is still negative. Now, the monthly candle that turned out for November is looking like it is going to give more upside for December, just like the Euro-Japanese yen. And that resistance level, it could go anywhere between these averages, 131.80, which is around this top, but we could also head as high as about this horizontal level of 133.50 in December. So once again, the same as with Euro-Japanese yen, we are looking to go long in December. So we buy pullbacks on the Euro-US dollar as long as the chart stays that way, and we are going to look to go long in the week ahead if we get anywhere to 129.40. It actually closed at 129.50 on Friday because it just jumped down about 50 pips seconds before closing the actual day, and we're going to see how that opens on Monday. If it does open around 129.50, we're going to look to go long there with a 20 or 30 pip stop, depending on the charts, the short-term charts, but we'll update that as time goes by. So let's have a quick look at the Standard & Poor's 500. Same story. This is the daily chart. We had a huge rally the last 2 weeks. Daily candle looks like it wants a bit of a drop on Monday. Not too much, not too far, maybe back to about 1400 if it does do this. Let's check the weekly chart quickly. The weekly candle also looks like it does want to head higher, and it just wants to go back towards the top, or at least this level of around 114.35. Now let's look on the monthly chart. You can see this is the end of November. This candle has been set. We had a big pullback to the 21 average for November. Then we shot all the way back up, and we kind of gave this reversal candle that actually looks like, usually in any situation, this candle would normally give a big rally in the next month. So everything is looking very bullish for December, looking like we're going to get this Christmas rally in the markets, in the currencies, and once again we're looking to go long in the Standard & Poor's 500. Nasdaq is the same story. We had this huge rally on the daily charts. We've come above the moving averages. The daily candlestick does look like it could give a drop, but on the other side it could also go up, because if we look on the weekly and the monthly charts, it's just looking very bullish. It's looking like signals that it does want to go up. We rallied exactly back up to the 21 exponential moving average, which kind of gave a bit of support. So any drop in the week ahead should be capped by about 26.42. So near those areas we want to go long with kind of a short stop. Look at the monthly chart. Once again, the same as the S&P 500, a perfect drop to the 21 exponential moving average on the monthly chart. It stopped dead, turned, reversed, and is all the way back up. So we're very likely going to head up to anywhere between around 2740 and possibly much higher, possibly 2800 in December. So once again, we are looking to go long for December. I think December will have a rally, maybe a little bit in January, and after that we are going to probably drop, and we're going to drop quite big after the new year, somewhere in January and February. That's kind of my prediction, but we'll see how the charts kind of pull out. For now, December is looking to go long, so we're buying pullbacks. And that's it. So check out the blog, forexhabits.com, subscribe to this YouTube channel for these analysis, and if you have any questions, just send them over, contact@forexhabits.com. Looking forward to hearing from you. Cheers.